Adam, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Hello, good
Hello,
afternoon.
Adam.
I'm
Good
Jarosław
afternoon.
Konczewski, the chairman of the committee. Together with me, there are Mr. Michał Stępniewski, who is vice president of Queen Hedvig Scholarship Foundation and vice president of important bank PKO BP Hipoteczny. And Łukasz Olek, entrepreneur and owner of company Framki. Adam, you have
Hello.
5 minutes to present yourself. Then each of us will have up to 3 minutes to ask you some questions and listen to your answers. And then altogether we have 1 minute to give you the feedback. Is it everything clear?
Yes, everything is clear. May I share my screen now?
Of course, the floor is yours.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce myself. How I would like to do that is by showing you my vision of myself in 10 years. That would be in year 2035. On a presentation, in the image, you may see how artificial intelligence predicts I may look like by that time. Moving on. How I would like my education path to look like. First, I would of course like to graduate from Hoffmanowej High School, consistently being one of the best high schools in the whole country. During my time in high school, I would like to participate in a prestigious Queen Hedvig Scholarship, being a program offering a visit to Silicon Valley for talented students. After graduating from high school, I would like to study at Trinity College in Dublin and later on Columbia University in New York. To both, I already start preparing my application. What would I like to study? I would like to study data analysis, as that is my way of both helping people and optimizing processes happening in a world, both being my long-lasting hobby for now. How I would like to apply data analysis to different fields. First, I would like to tell you about medicine. In medicine, already a lot of research has been conducted on side effects of pharmaceutical products we consume when we are ill. I would like to gather all of that research together and analyze it using IT programs in order to give one big research covering all of the already conducted ones, meaning I will have the best possible way of negating possible negative side effects. Another field where I would like to apply my advanced data analysis knowledge is creating smart cities, as I believe that once we analyze where do people live, work, and how do they commute on a daily basis, we may create such a public transport that will be more convenient for people, eco-friendly, but most importantly, people-friendly as well. Last field I would like to talk about is economy. As we saw in the past, economical crises cause a lot of long-lasting negative effects on a global market. I would like to avoid those negative results, meaning that I will further investigate the causes of previous financial crises in order to try to avoid next one in the future. Of course, those are really ambitious goals. So now I would like to tell you why I am the person who is able to apply them all in the future. First value that makes me perfect suit for that is teamwork, which I developed as a leader of high school technical group called Hoffmanowej, and being head of a countrywide film festival 9 minutes held at Hoffmanowej High School. Introducing my ideas is really challenging. That is why I train myself under time pressure during MUN conferences, being a simulation of United Nations debates where I, as a delegate, represent a chosen country during such a conference and try to look at an issue from its perspective, also trying to understand others' perspective. Another time when I put myself out of a comfort zone is when I participate in a foreign university school camps, which give me an experience of a college student even though I am still in high school. It is quite challenging as I have very few experience like that so far. Next thing that will be crucial for my success is knowledge. I gather it through a special individual learning course for talented students only in the field of math and physics. It is directed at chosen students who shown curiosity and willingness to do a lot on their own as well in those fields. And last but not least, curiosity. That is my engine. That is what motivates me, and that is what makes everything of I already mentioned worth it. I developed my curiosity as a participant of many math, physics, and IT competitions, and also as being an applicant for a prestigious Queen Hedvig Scholarship. That was my vision of myself, but whether that will become a reality, it depends on you. If I get a chance to participate in a prestigious Queen Hedvig Scholarship, that would be a huge acceleration for my plans, and it would mean that I will turn them into a reality. That's all from my presentation, and now I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you very much, Adam. Very interesting presentation. But if I could ask you a question about sharing benefits of scholarships with others, because you concentrated in the presentation on yourself. You didn't mention how others will benefit out of your study visit to California. Could you elaborate a little bit on that? Just 1 minute.
Yes, of course. Of course I could. So my idea of sharing my experience and knowledge gathered through the program is through talking to people. As I said during the presentation, I participate in a lot of events with other people. And that's why I would like to tell them about the program and the scholarship during those events. That's how I got to know about the scholarship, and that's how it made me interested in it. I believe people who participate in it are really enthusiastic and do know how to explain all the experience they gather. And I believe that is the most efficient way to share the experience from the scholarship.
You don't plan to use any social media, whatever, just traditional conversation with your colleagues from the school?
Of course, I will as well use social media, post it on my account, and for sure I will appear on Queen's Hedvig accounts. But I believe that it is less efficient than actually talking to people. As through talking to them, I believe I may make them even more interested than if they see one of many posters of scholarship and other advertisements in the internet.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. If I may ask Mr. Michał Stępniewski.
Hi, Adam. Thank you very much once again for the very nice presentation and very professional. You said that you show us how you look in 2035, but my first question is, where would you like to live in 2035? It means in Poland, in the other place, abroad. So we know how do you look, but where would you like to live?
That is a great question. I have thought about it for a long time now, and my plan for now is that I want to study abroad, and then I hope to meet some people who I will engage in some projects with. And depending on whether the project will be happening in Poland or abroad, that will probably determine where I would live. But for now, if I would have to tell something, I would say that I will come back to Poland, probably to my parents again, and try to further develop my career here.
Yes, thank you for the answer. And another question, your plan is to choose the Trinity College in Dublin. I know a little bit that it's one of the best university in Europe, but why would you plan to go there? Do you have any special, motivation, or maybe because that's in the European Union? What's your motivation to plan to go there? Trinity in Dublin.
There are several reasons why I chose that particular university. As first of all, that is in European Union, so a bit closer to Poland. But also it offers a very interesting program, being a dual BA program allowing me to study for half of the time at the Trinity College in Dublin, and then second half of my time in college to study in New York in Columbia University, as already mentioned. And I believe that this program would benefit me the most, as I would get a chance to feel the experience of studying both at Trinity and Columbia, meaning I would have two completely different experiences, and I will be more rich in different cultures as well as social habits.
Thank you very much for the answer. Thank you.
Okay, I also have some questions to you. Thank you for your presentation. My first question is about your biggest achievement. What do you perceive as your biggest achievement so far? I mean, your personal achievement. You mentioned some some competitions. What would it be?
I believe my biggest achievement so far is being the head of a countrywide film festival. Why do I think it is the most important? I believe that it is not something I had a talent to do, but rather I put a lot of hard work into developing my skills at managing both time and people. Therefore, that's why I believe it is my biggest achievement. As I think I was talented in math as well as IT and physics, probably due to the fact that my parents as well as grandparents work in that field. But social skills is something I believe I put the most work in on my own, and that's why I consider being ahead of a whole event on my own my biggest personal achievement.
Okay, great. And the second question is about your areas of interest. You mentioned three of them in 2035, but which one would be the most interesting for you, or which one are you the most passionate about, and why?
I believe it would be the topic of smart cities. During the presentation, due to time concerns, I focused mostly on public transport, but I believe that smart cities is a lot more than that. And that's why that's the first topic I would focus on. Of course, starting from a public transport, as already mentioned. But yeah, that is what interests me the most. I use public transport a lot on a daily basis, so that's definitely what I would start with and consider the thing that I am most passionate about.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Adam. Now, if I may ask Michał for the feedback for Adam. You are on mute. Yeah, Michał, you are muted.
Sorry for that, for my mistake. I didn't want to switch out. Thank you, Adam, once again. You did it very professional. You prepared yourself very well. Your presentation. It's great that you know what you would like to do in the future. That you have a plan, and on the way on the plan it's our program. So I think that I hope that and I wish you that you will achieve that's what you would like to achieve in the future. I don't know in the program, but for sure in the university in your career. So all the best, and once again, thank you very much for the presentation today.
Thank you very much, Łukasz.
Okay, thank you also for your presentation. It was well done, well organized and designed. What I would recommend to you is try to find a link between your passions and your achievements. So where you'd like to be in 10 years, and what are you the most interested in currently, and where do you put your effort right now? So this would be interesting to see this link.
Thank you very much. I join comments of my colleagues, and Adam, if I can recommend you anything, that would be maybe showing a little bit more emotions. I know it's very difficult to face three strange guys and try to convince them that you are the best candidate to go to California. But anyway, show the character and try to show a little bit more passion. Thank you very much, Adam. You will learn about results in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
So I
much.
should leave now.
Have a nice
Bye.
afternoon.